Einar, another barren world, presumably their next target for demolition.
艦長、言うまでもないと思いますが、罠ですよ。
Well, never stop me.
はあ、すでにアイヌアの座標をナビに入力しておきました。
Thank you, Commander.
通信が入っています。ソラリスからです。
The plot thickens. Put it on screen.
こちらは連邦第三艦隊のアラン・グレイ艦長です。受信できていますか？
Well, Prototype, you have another member of the family to whack. This is Captain Kato Shields of the Reunion flagship Murray. Captain Alan Gray.
グレイ提督は僕の祖父です。
Okay, but that's two that we need to whack if that's the grandfather. I see. Well, I presume this is about the group of Alliance ultranationalists who just dinged up my ship. Dinged up's a little generous.
ええ。第13艦隊のあなたたちへの攻撃行為について謝罪したいと思います。
I mean, maybe
残念ながら連邦軍内にそういった不安要素が存在しているということは事実です。
Maybe we lost a paint ship? Maybe? I mean, for all we know, that could have been defective by the time we left port. You mean the Hawk faction?
ご存知ですか？
I've heard. They want to break your government's armistice with Pact and resume the war.
残念ながらそれだけではありません。
Worse.
これから国家安全保障に関わる話をします。今回の件に関しては連邦政府は当事者であるあなたたちに協力を要請するほか方法がありません。
The Alliance government asking me for help. Can't say I ever saw that one coming.
パラディン隊長はクーデターを企んでいます。彼女は同志たちと共に議会を支配して文民統制の廃止および改元を宣告するつもりです。
They have the correct marshal here? A military coup d'etat of the entire alliance?
パクトとの和平条約を掲げる進歩党が当選しました。しかし多くの国民はまだパクトやベニツァ・フォンタナに対して強い憎しみを抱いています。そんな政情不安の中ではソラリス連邦でもクーデターは決して不可能ではありません。
So let me get this straight. Captain Paladin is one of the leaders of the Hawk faction, an extremist group inside the United Universalist Party, seeking to overthrow the civilian government to restart the war with Pact. Your late grandfather ran under that very same party ticket when he sought the presidency. Not only that, but he was the principal architect of the very war the Hawk faction wants to resume. And you're telling me to stop them, Captain Gray?
誤解がないようにはっきりとさせてください。僕も含めて連邦全軍は正式に選出された現政府に対する義務を果たしたいと考えています。その政府が和平条約を支持する限り僕は条約を守ります。
You're really Admiral Gray's grandson.
祖父は連邦の民主主義のために命を捧げた英雄です。祖父が守った民主主義をパラディンと仲間たちが廃止しようとしています。シールズ艦長、あなたが噂通りの人物ならば僕が言っていることを理解できますよね。
Personally, I'd be in the bar, but maybe that's just me. Fair.
今回の任務の性質上パラディンをひっそりと排除する必要があります。一番避けるべき事態は彼女が戦争支持者の殉教者になることです。シールズ艦長、連邦は全てをあなたに託します。成功すれば過去の誤解が解けるかもしれません。
Not interested. Yeah, I get it.
こっちが持っている情報を共有します。ご分をグレーアウト。
I've heard of a whiteout, I've heard of a blackout, but never a grayout. Nice guy.
艦長、提案がありますが。
We ignore him? What is it?
これからもそのような難しい判断がたくさん迫ってくるでしょう。その度にどうかみんなに相談して私たちにその負担を共有してください。今回は特に艦長一人で無茶な決断をするよりも仲間を私たちを信じて頼るべきだと思います。
Rushing into rash decisions? I have no idea what you may be referring to, Commander. Certain torn-up Saren officer's manual notwithstanding. Of course, I'll consult with my crew. Let's call everyone up here to hear their thoughts. It's obvious, isn't it? If Kriska's going around the Denari expanse blowing up planets in a plot to take over the Solar Alliance, then we've got to stop her. This obviously isn't what the Kriska I remember would want. Something must have happened for her to change this much. We've got to snap some sense into her and get her on board ship to stop Crow Harbor. So are we even going to fight Crow Harbor in this game? Just wondering. What about the situation with the Andesite mining? Andesite. Well, we gotta stop that too. These are Denari lands, so the Alliance has no right to be demolishing planets here. It's only a matter of time until a ship warps out in the wrong spot and crashes into a space station. In the end, it's just going to be the Denari people who end up suffering for the mining union's going to get out of this deal. There's no way we can let the mining union have its way. Here's the one everyone wants to hear. Hey, Cap. Can't believe we're seriously talking about going to war against Soldier Boy. She might be a stuck-up Alliance elitist, but she stuck her neck out to help us when the going got tough during the Liberation Day massacre. Hell, the only reason we're alive right now is thanks to her deciding to betray the Alliance and helping us out back then. I've been a professional mercenary for over 15 years now. Not even I'm prepared to bring her in cold. This whole situation's messed up. There's no way Soldier Boy would have done all this without a good reason, you know. We should hear her out before doing this Captain Gray's bidding. What about the situation with the Andesite mining? That? Well, I've already told you. The only power in the galaxy realistically capable of holding its own against Pact is the Alliance. Thanks to Admiral Gray's assassination, the Alliance has suffered a huge setback. But if they figured out a way to make Andesite, then they're back in the game. Not sure this armistice is even a good idea. Is Pact really going to stop at just taking over the Neutral Rim, or are they going to take over the rest of the galaxy after they've added the Neutral Rim's military economic resources to their own? Soldier Boy's methods might seem crazy, but considering the stakes, she might be onto something here. We should seriously hear this from her side first, before putting our trust in Captain Gray. Look, that Fontana talks all the time about building better schools and hospitals, but it's obvious from the tone of his voice that he's got ambitions way beyond that. A country like Pact needs a constant enemy to rally behind, before people knows that despite what Fontana says, people in the Solar Alliance still have it better off than them. He's not going to stop his people's revolution at the Neutral Rim. He can't stop. Not until the Crimson Banner flies over Solaris and all of human industry has been nationalized under his control. So that was actually a lot more verbose than I expected. Kriska was a comrade at arms back when we fought in the Neutral Rim War. I pray you'll be able to convince her to join us in this quest to stop Crow Harbor. Her skills are formidable, even by ancient Revian standards. She can even inspire her allies in the Alliance to assist us. You must convince her to abandon her mad mission to overthrow the Solaris government so that she may live to save the galaxy from Crow Harbor. What about the situation with the Andesite mining? This Andesite is necessary for your ships to remain operational. I'm afraid I'm ill-suited to understand the realities of this era's energy situation. But if there's a way to produce Andesite without endless wars on the Neutral Rim, it seems worth pursuing, no?
Nani?
Me? I wasn't even around when all you guys were one big happy family, so I wouldn't be able to tell you anything about your old Lieutenant Kriska Stairs. I've had more time to research this new tactical paradox core, though. It's pretty advanced stuff. Gotta give you humans some credit for managing to improve what us prototypes made on Diode. I'd try to explain how it works to you, but I'd be wasting my time since you wouldn't comprehend it. It's not a simple process like tactical paradox core goes burr and prints out Andesite for free, though. First, it takes a colossal amount of matter to fuel the process, practically an entire planet's worth, and we're not just talking about any old planet either. It has to contain certain materials for the process to work. Not only that, but the process generates unwanted matter and energies. You've already seen what gravitons generated by a detonation will do to Navi computers, but that's only the beginning. We're talking about the process emitting elements which literally did not exist in our universe until now. It'd be anyone's guess what those elements will do to life as we know it. Maybe they do nothing, or maybe they'll mutate us all into three-legged freaks. Small price to pay for a near-endless source of Andesite, eh? Nature demands equivalent exchange. Don't worry, Captain. Old Cloud will continue to love you no matter what you decide to do. But don't you at least have any recommendations? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I wonder which way our captain ought to go. Obviously, asking Claude was a waste of time. I expected nothing less. Let's review what we know. Krisk stares after her trial has assumed the identity of Captain Paladin and become a leading figure in the Hawk faction, an extremist splinter group of the United Universalist Party. Their aim is to restart the war between the Alliance and Pact, as they believe Pact's very existence is a threat to their notion of freedom. To that end, they have made a deal with the Mine Union, wherein they use the tactical paradox core to turn remote, uninhabited worlds into Onjicite fields. The Paladin plans to use the Onjicite to fuel the Alliance war machine in a second war against Pact. Meanwhile, the elected progressive government back at Solaris seeks to thwart Paladin's plans in order to protect their armistice with Pact. What do I recommend, Captain? We are not ensnared in a single spider's web, but cocooned in the webs of the entire swarm. Remember, our goal here is to stop Crow Harbor. Experience tells me involving ourselves in the politics of the Alliance isn't going to advance our goals. We would be naive to think that the Alliance will act out of altruism. The memories of what happened during the Neutral Rim War are all too clear. While it's tempting to say that the Alliance may liberate the Neutral Rim from Pact once their supply of Onjicite is restored, in reality, we may merely be trading one dictator for another. In addition, that would require furthering the Paladin's aims. Regardless of her past as Kriska Stairs, she is now a political extremist. I cannot recommend backing such an unpredictable agent, even for the sake of the Neutral Rim. But if the Progress Party has its way, then the Alliance will further isolate itself inwards. Then Pact will be permitted to run amok in the Neutral Rim with nobody to stop them.
そうかしら。
Hope may not be lost. Pact could have already overextended itself. Now that the war is over, does Pact truly have the military, economic, and political resources to maintain civil order outside of its territory? It may be the citizens of the Neutral Rim itself who one day break Pact's back, not Solaris. In other words, never interrupt an enemy when it's making a mistake. Confront the Paladin at Einar. Confront the Paladin. The Paladin has challenged us to a showdown at the Denari world of Einar. Hope you're ready for this, Captain. This is all but certain to be a trap.
間もなくアイナーに到着します。当然罠からの脱出策はもうできていますよね。
Diplomacy.
我々の実績を見ると、それはあまり。
Missing a word there? And preparation. Lynn, have you figured out the range of the TPC?
有効範囲直径約5000キロ、規模おおよそ12テラトン。最終衝撃波は半径1万キロ範囲の物質を全て粒子化させるであろう。出した報告書にも書いてあるはず。
The Paladin probably thinks the TPC is her trump card, but we can use that against her. We warp out 15,000 kilos out from Einar. That's a redundancy that doesn't need to be there. Still outside of the TPC's range if they decide to fire it on the planet, and also out of the gravity well. Then we can perform a short-range warp to dodge the blast. We do the same if they fire the TPC at us instead. I had Lynn map out a new gravitational map in advance based on a simulation of the detonation of a third TPC at Einar. The Denari guard will warp in using that data and hit them by
いい
surprise.
作戦です、艦長。私も報告書に同じ作戦を提案したのですが。
I wondered who wrote that. I read the paperwork.
間もなく目標座標に到着。ワープ脱出まで5。ワープ終了。高軌道周回中。高度15万キロを維持。エネルギー反応あり。惑星の反対側高度3万から。
Hail them.
アイヌアへようこそ、シールズ艦長。これから連邦のエネルギー危機の解決策を実演するとしよう。不毛な惑星を温月サイトへ再構築。
I already know what you intend to do, Captain Paladin. The Alliance government wants you out. They've labeled you a political extremist, a rogue agent seeking to overthrow democracy to impose martial rule. But I know who you really are. The people you trusted, the people you believed in the most, they used you. The country you swore to protect didn't give you justice. You saw the god-awful truth and it shook you so bad you wanted to leave your own skin. Trust me, I know how it feels to be treated like a fool, to be betrayed by the very thing you believed in most. We can work together. There's a new enemy in the galaxy, one greater than even Venusaur Fontana. I need your help to stop him. I need your help. Come back to me. It'll be just like old times.
もう遅いんだ、艦長殿。自分が誰なのか、何を望んでいるのか、よくソラリスの民を目覚めさせなければ。自分を裏切ったのは連邦ではなく、議会の腐敗した政治家どもだ。あの臆病者どもは 己のためにパクトに降伏し、中立辺境の自由を、安全を、民主主義を簡単に投げ捨てた。それは決して許せる行為ではない。我らはそれを正す義務がある。ソラリス連邦の栄光のために、我らに自由を与えた偉大なる連邦のために、我らは必ずやり遂げる。艦長殿、たとえそれが貴殿を敵に回そうとも。パラドックスコア発射。
Engage warp.
警告、大規模な重力異常検出。
Lynn, what's happening?
確認中。うわぁ、今の爆発は20テラトン以上あったぞ。予想よりずっと上だ。
重力波接近。
Brace for impact. Damage report.
握り秒ワープに成功。以前の座標から8万キロ移動しました。最悪な事態を回避できましたが、ワープドライブは現在使用不可。緊急報告、多くの戦艦が複数戦軌道から脱出。こちらへ向かっています。
Predator.
重力異常のせいであんたたちから 0.7 ミリ光秒のところにワープしちまったよ。
ご覧あれ。我々は不可能を可能にした。無価値な石からこの宇宙で一番貴重な資源に変える。決断の時は今、この瞬間。シエルズ殿、共に戦おう。力を合わせれば必ずパクトを退けて中立辺境を解放できよう。最初の計画通り、ソラリス連邦はセラに平和と独立を届けようではないか。我々を売り渡した臆病な政治家どもの悪事を明るみに出して正義の裁きを下そう。約束したのではないか。一緒にセラを解放すると。それは決して不可能ではない。二人の力を合わせれば。
Kriska.
行こう、艦長殿。一緒になら。
そこまでだ。ワープを直したぞ。私も混ぜてもらおう。
待ってください。プレイターイサ、一旦攻撃態勢を解除していただけますか。
マルキオ・ハンナ。
あなたはあまりにも無謀です。まだまだ交渉の余地はいくらでもあるというのに。私はここへ来る前に工業連合と話し合いました。そしてめでたく合意に達したのです。
Did the Union sell her out?
最初は何かの冗談かと思っていましたが、まさか本当にディナリで音月サイトが発見されたとは。それがどういう意味かお分かりでしょうか。100年余りの間、死の星々からわずかな鉄くずを集めて、貧困と絶望の中で生き残ってきた私たちにやっと希望が見えてきたのです。音月サイトがあれば、いずれここは巨大な貿易中心地に変身するでしょう。そうなればディナリの民は仕事も技術も富も全て手に入れるのです。連合だけでなく全銀河の投資家がディナリに注目し始めていて、いくつもの開発プロジェクトが立案されているのです。こんな奇跡のような機会を逃してはなりません。
あんたは騙されてんだよ。ソラリスの連中はここを自分のものにしたいだけだ。最初からそうだっただろう。祖先が残してくれた土地も伝統も何もかも踏みにじられてたんじゃねえか。
栄誉だけでは子供たちを養えませんよ、プレイタ殿。
目を覚ませよ、ハンナ。奴らが使ったパラドックスコアで民がどれほどの被害を受けたか見えてるんだろ。音月サイトの精錬よりもよっぽどヤバい毒を放出してんじゃねえか。ワープもダメになったじゃねえか。富どころか苦しみしか生み出せねえぞ、あんなの。
革新的な技術は常に諸刃の剣です。しかしそれを見越しても音月サイトから得られる利益があれば民の生活が大幅に改善されるはず。
シェルズ艦長、過激分子どもここで始末しよう。あいつらの言葉を信じちゃダメだ。忠義も名誉もない連中だぞ。
艦長殿、ここは交渉で解決すべきだと思います。ソラリス政府もホーク派閥を排除しようとするのは利益のためでしかありません。 パラディン殿はこのディナリの未来を救ってパクトの手から中立辺境を解放できる存在です。決して感情だけで動いてはなりません。
Okay, so I am going to redo this, and I figure I will show you that I actually do these multiple times just to figure out what's optimal or try to figure out where the cheap shot is going to come from. Now, unfortunately, they'll still keep talking even after you click off. So we're going to be changing our setup here a little bit, and the thing that I wanted to look at was accuracy for the assault. So it's not too pricey. I don't really think the damage matters too much. I mean, the number of shots should be the determining factor. But otherwise, we're good for that. I don't recall any problem with that. The thing we lost was the Archangel, so I'm going to go ahead and up this. I think we did that. I'm not too eager to upgrade the boost on that just yet. Look at a 3-turn in cap. That would be 8, leaving me with 16. So I won't really be able to move. Unless I upgrade it one more time. That was the one thing I wanted to look at on Asaga real quick. Yeah, I think I'd rather just work on her pulses and get dangerous up close. So I think I may have gotten a torpedo upgrade when I did this last night. The only drawback to doing it this way is it may confuse some people who are trying to follow along. They have to make sure they watch this video to see the true path I took. And we'll go with that as our setup. I think I may have upgraded my... Or no, I do have to upgrade movement costs. So yeah, I don't know what I did. So I have 18 minutes to win this. I'm not going to show the end of battle scenes or anything like that. Once we get the invoice, that's where I'm going to chop this and then go eat. In case you're wondering if you can't tell from how I'm sounding, I did just wake up because I was trying to figure out how I wanted to go about doing this.
命令を 力よ
Awaken.
来い3倍のツインテールで行くぜ
I'm actually going to try to turn this one a
エンジン
little
全
bit.
開
修理の仕事か？
No, I don't want to mess with you yet.
ターゲットは加速。
随分と自信満々じゃねえ
So the
か。
Harper is I want to get her up here, but I don't want to pay to slow her down just
移動
yet.
開始。
だから私のことをスナークテリウスと呼ぶな。向こうの電子装備は大変なことになってるぞ。目的地へ移動中。
クロード先生が参りましたよ。間違って敵さんのエロ映像コレクションをダウンロードしてしまいみやし、これで敵さんのモニターにレシピのプラグスーツ緊急避難プログラムを発動させました。よし、これで敵さんのモニターに場に指示を。
このまま進め。
Come on, move.
今日はラッキーだよ。このボタンを何をするのかな。
And the final touch is we're going to summon the gunboat.
解明中。
So the main reason for this, in case you're wondering,
ウィルコ、目的地へ移動します。
it has the flak net which fires all around it to shred missiles. 25 hits, and if that's actually to all of them and not like a cumulative number, this thing will shred their volleys. And of course, it's going to be sitting there guarding Archangel. If I could actually separate Dragoon and Phoenix, that would be one thing. But they don't let you position your stuff in this game, so I have to do it that way. So by summoning that gunboat, I think that does deter them from firing their volleys, because they look at that and say, yeah, that's going to intercept everything, hold fire, try to shoot up close. That's bad. So, doing some quick math, Sunrider has 15 frontal armor. The missiles that they shoot do either 25 or 30 damage based on their source. I was looking at just trying to buff my front armor and wondering, can I face tank those if I just park the Murray in the way, but it's not reliable.
Phoenix.
Out of curiosity, yeah, that will work.
「過激派の野郎どもをさっさと片付けるぞ」「エンジンズレディ」「攻撃」「毒どもを潰せ」
Got it.
艦長、みんなが大好きなクロードちゃんだよ。 トラクタービームで敵さんを拘束しました。
はい。敵を狙撃する着弾失敗。
That sucks.
狙撃開始。ターゲット消滅。
So right there, I just want to see what the order gauge refilled to.
いつでも行けます艦長。直進要ソロ。
Why will this not do damage? Is it just estimating a miss, I wonder?
レーザー攻撃開始。敵に損傷
Yeah,
あ
that
り。
made no sense to me.
スペルキャスターさあ、バカみたいに速いってボタンを押します。
Who's the lucky loser? I'm
敵
thinking
機
you.
プラグスーツ緊急避難プログラムを発動させました。
だから私のことをスナークケディウスと呼ぶな。奴らのセンサーを切った。やっちまえ。向こうの電子装備は大変なことになってるぞ。進行中。はーい、聞こえてるよ。
So I'm going to take the opportunity here to slow down.
Right away, Captain! 燃やしちゃえ。うわー、痛そうだ。
And then I'm intentionally going to let that sit there, just as a deterrent. So I don't know if these are automatically going to crash into the moray or what's going to happen just yet. If they don't crash, I'm returning them. Actually, I'm just better off shredding them now that I think about it. Okay, that's not going to do anything this turn. And here it comes.
随分と自信満々じゃねえか。集合、準備完了。狙え撃て。Ready。いいだろう、シールズ艦長。
はい。
Well, before we do that, let's see what shots we have with
了
Solo.
解。ターゲットロック。ターゲット消滅。
You still have your missile, you do not, you do not.
了解。
Well, this is obvious.
狙撃開始。ターゲット消滅。
こちらセラ消防官。ガンズガンズガンズ。
Wonder what he thinks about.
なんすか、艦長。
So I'm gonna fire the pulse right here to shred its armor. Take the melee here. And then change... well, I'm not gonna be able to change direction just yet.
何をすればいい艦長くん。エンジンを回せ。
Okay, did I get lucky here? Yes.
待機中。全速前進。修理開始。こちらフィニックス。了解マレー。何をすればいい？こっちも仕事だから恨むなよ。
So we need to distract
ご命
that.
令をください。よし、これで敵さんのモ
And
ニタ
now
ーに
to aid with the distraction, we would return to sender, but I don't have enough energy. Still gonna leave this there as the deterrent.
はい艦長前進。
Are you awake yet?
ツインドライブ異常なし。深川戦車敵に損傷あり。全訪問。さらに一機撃墜しました。
みんなが大好きなクロードちゃんだよ。オキドキ。
I'm really worried about Phoenix right now. Huh, it's going for the Murray. I think the Phoenix may have just been too agile for it to connect. Montesquieu.
こちらドミネーター。敵システムの無効化に成功した。奴らのセンサーを切った。やっちまえ。
はい。敵を狙撃する。着弾成功。ロック。タ
That's
ーゲッ
insane,
ト
man.
消滅。
でここからはエンジン全開。生の激アツセール祭りだ。
独立のために了解しました。いつでも攻撃できます。
So one of the questions I had was whether or not I'd replenish my order points when this was all said and done. And, well, we can see where we're at.
敵側全訪問攻撃に成功しました。水力全開。
過激派の連中は私らに任せろ。攻撃。敵損傷エネルガーディアンの力を知れ。エンジンズレディ。
はーい、聞こえてるよ。イエスサーキャプテン。
My arc is off. Yeah.
過激派の連中
So,
は
I'm
I'm just gonna launch some missiles here as a deterrent.
ミサイル一系。みんなが大好きなクロードちゃんだよ。敵機のプラグスーツ緊急避難プログラムを発動させました。
だから私のことをスナーク・ケリウスと呼ぶな。敵システムの無効化に成功した。
今日はラッキーだよ。しまった、天井を開けるボタンでしたわ。
Yeah, it chose to just go down peacefully.
艦長ロック着弾失敗ロック着弾
Aw,
失敗
man.
修理の仕事か？
Close your eyes, you don't want to
敵
see
軍シス
this.
テムのハッキングに人暴れすればいいよね。
Number we're looking for is 80.
全身あるのみマルス砲撃てうわー痛そうだアブビームバトン
ドラグーン準備完了。いいだろう、シールズ艦長。敵どもを潰せ。着弾確認。ロックをしたぞ。撃て。ロックをし。
いつでも行けます艦長。このまま進め。訪問攻撃に成功しました。訪問敵に損傷あり。
So I don't even need to do anything else. Once a hit and turn, this ends.
即撃撃。
There you go. We did this time. We did it this time without losing the Archangel. Yes, I almost called it Seraphim. And yes, you do have to pay for repairs on this. So I don't know if I'm going to use it that often unless we really run into some missile boats or something. But anyway, I'm going to put the break here, and this is the route we'll be using moving forward. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.